Part 13. Honesty is the best policy. When I say that honesty is the best policy, I mean exactly that. It's a policy the best on you can follow most of the time. But a policy, as I mean it, is not a law or a rule. It's a something that you use in your work when is it in your best interest. Telling the truth usually is in your best interest, of course, especially if it's about something that a customer can check up on later. Nobody has the right mind would to dream of telling a customer he had biggest big the 8 currently curve when what you should have was a 6 currently model. The first time he opened hold of the account he was coming out the distributor cap. You will be dead because you will bet month you to lot more than 250 people. That's not the kind of thing I am telling about when I suggested that maybe there are times when you want to tell the truth in the prospect. Suppose a prospect calls me up and asks me, I have a certain car equipped a certain way. Do you know what I am going to tell him? That's right. I am going to say, I have on out on the lot and you can pick it up today. Now, I may have been telling the truth or I may not because I do not look at the inventory file when I get a call like that. I wait to the men to come in. Chances are I do have the car because we carry a very large inventory. Or if I don't, I can get a very fast because we have an agreement with other dealers in this area where are we trade cars with them so that we all should operate out of them sell area wide pool. But what if we have everything you once expect a CD player? Or maybe I have been a car with exactly the right stroke or can get it. But I have into a gay interest a power blow. How much of a lie I am telling the customer? A very small on at most. And anyway when he comes in if he complains and I can blame into a mistake in the records. Most people who went to buy a car went to buy it now, and that's when I went to sell it. It might take a month or special. Order the exact on he wants, and in most cases, a person is not thing. Hook up on every let's deal of the automobile he has set his mind on. There are a couple of dozen or so colors, and the factory will not be planning the cars in those colors if a lot of people don't like them. So I am giving him a pretty much of what he wants. When you ask the bidder of the pound of the shoulder, you don't tell him to serve it if he is 15 or 17 owners interest of the situation. Just as long as you don't have to pay for a rent you are not getting. I am not recommending that anybody lie to anybody. I am really to believe that honesty is the best policy, but honesty is a matter of degree. It is never all the way or the other. When a customer comes it with his wife and son and you say that's a handsome little boy you have there. Is it true or false? He may be most miserable looking kind of his honesty, but it's sure are not going to say that if you are not looking to make some money. If you are selling a man a new outfit, if you are getting to look his old and say, you sure got a good wear to out of on. Even if what you are telling is that went out of style 2 years before you bought it and you should have turned it away before I got their board in the allows. He will like what you are selling if you like what he has. All of this probably sounds obvious to you, but I have seen salesmen kill a deal by trying to put down the customer with the truth rather than tell a small kind of lie. When a customer asks the salesman how much I'll have allowed for this trade in, I've heard salesmen say that's price of junk. And now the car has the floor, blind trees or no space. It may be burning more oil than I display engine. It may smell like the locker room after a basketball game, but it is his, and I got him to you, and he may laugh it. Even if he does not, it's up him to connect. If you are increasing the man, so lie a little. Tell him how good a driver he must have been to get 120 miles out of any car. That will make him feel good, so good. In fact, that the many not give you much agreement when you offer him only what if it really worth. What I'm getting at the most is not just that people like to be followed even when they know that what you are saying is not completely true. More important, it creates a placement discerning or shown when your choice after a few small complaints about his wife does not he kind certains of our and dreams be running. Whatever you say like that, it is small that tell that gates and the customer were those first feels what you went to take the gloat out his trade. It is what military man call a devotionary action. And even if the guy does not respond, I try to keep up until I get him to give a little. I'll get into other kinds the conversational topic later. But if I never went to get involved with some other subject where to forget why is coming and he many, but you need never shout, not even be for second. You are an actor in the selling situation, and it's something you never should forget. Timing is the most valuable quality of your performer can have, but it is something you have to work into. When I went to get away for a weekend, I usually go to Las Vegas. I don't into couple of reasons. One because that is the only place I gamble. I don't expect to win, but I never bet so much that I can afford to lose. I know what the odds are, and I know that they are against me, but it's a fun. The second reason I go to Las Vegas is the voice of the most persons in the world, Don Ricketts. I was as timing his physical expressions, even the way he does not his farmer's interest, not even when to increase a customer, but I went to watch the way he can dump on somebody in the audience that can then person anger into a smile, turning anger into a smile, like what we do, turning fear into trust, turning into yes. You want the customer to trust you while you are selling him, and you want him to trust you after he laughs. That is why you never went to tell him a big lie that he can say clear. You never went to tell him anything that you will get lunch and his friends at relations by relieving. You never went to tell him anything that will make him feel foolish later. And something you went to stop a person from doing something on his own that will embarrass him later. There are a lot of businesses where the real price of product varies from what is price tag. In the car business, as everybody knows, there is a sticker on the window of every new car with manufacturer suggest price at the bottom of the sticker. Most people know that most cars are being bought for less than what it says on the sticker. Some, like Corvettes and Hard, get to sell the sticker price. So did carefully permissions and get of imported cars or most American cars can be bought for less than the price tag, and he said most people know that. But some people didn't, especially if you come from a rural town where the one or two dealers don't give the usual discounts. Somebody will come in to me, lock the car, and start the ride and check for the fun amount of the window stickers. What's so wrong with that? You ask. Nothing really. That's what I see on the price and tag. And a lot of people expect the pretty price of the down even know how is hungry. Some people just don't like to do that. Then why not take the customer money? Well, in a lot of businesses, that's a when you do, but it's a car business, especially selling the highest value car like cover load. That's a can be buy anywhere. That's a big can risky. A lot of the car salesmen don't agree with me, but I think they are wrong to take a full price every time somebody really wants to pay it. Suppose that the customer buys the car and goes his late meeting on the things about a new car. It's as people love to show do up to their friends and neighborhoods. That can be a very effective way to close the deal, as I will describe later. But take the customer, he has just paid full list price and he gets to him meeting and brings two boys out the picking of the lot of lock and his new car. What I did cost you. Clearly. Somebody asks and clearly points the sticker he has left on the show that is a brand new. What? You must be some idol to pay the sticker price for a new car those days. So that does clearly think for me. That I embraced him to shake him, and all his friends and Lord's brothers know that he is a dumping. Give a little and you will get a lot back. Well, I know that the salesman who takes the full price makes more commission, but I don't think it's worth the risk of the most causes. I'll give up the chance to make a couple of hundred extra bucks in exchange for the chance to make a friend of clearly because it has stars of the right sake for the full amount I say take off 250 or I'll throw in the door ground them to 5 still readers for nothing. Clearly I is going to think I am the greatest thing since Beard and he's going to tell people about me. Maybe even about how we stand right and check on the full amount and I say ground would not let him. Now that's a sticker price is a truth, but you can get into bad trouble with the customer if you let him believe it, even though it is true. I don't claim to be an automotive engineer. I don't finish high school and I wish such the superpower during the years I was there. So I don't get too involved with the technical details of the cars I sell. It is not like I am selling random Alex over the round the triggers, a technical people, but something a customer comes in with the some technical fact stick in his hand. His brother-in-law tell him, what if I get a certain rare Alex ratio on the car? I'll have saved gates of wall I have tracked and I automate the prints. So when a guy asks me if the car has a 3.25 ratio like he wants, I will say, you're right. You sure know your cars don't you? That serves the purpose. Two purposes. First of all makes him feel good. Sound of like it keeps the selling effort from being imported by having to log in the certification book or a college serve department or even the factory. If the customer brings up something that will make a lot of difference, I'll check in out because I don't want him ever to think I criticize him or anything. Not ever, but it's a Alex ratio, the sub that does not matter. I will tell anybody a polyester state with 100% wall. Though I would not tell the household that a refrigerator was 22 cable feet when it's really only 17, because people find out about things like that and then they never forget. And even if they do too estimate to their friends what you did, they will but month of your store and products in the some other way. Greeted law of 2050 is always opening. So we get back to honesty of the best policy with a little subtlety and even a smile like useful in some cases. All you ever get from telling to bring like a sunset to tell your brands of law how you satisfied some masses, but it's the most kind of kick of yours from selling. You are going to die on your gifts, senior lawyer, and you are going to make a throw for the rest of the hours of when to make more by making satisfied customer who comes back again and again and send their friends. If you don't believe that, take my word for time. I'm selling more cars than anybody else in the world, and I believe it. You never get caused by telling the truth or making a perspectful good when you are stressed in. Thanks for listening.